Peace. What's going on? This is Unplugem. I wanted to bring to you something that the Lord has shared with me in spirit. It's not talked about enough, and I think that now is the time, especially with someone from my hometown being named the head of the Alien Congressional Committee, Carolyn Cheeks Kilpatrick, is mother of famed and defamed ex-mayor Kwame Kilpatrick of Detroit. And this is directly connected to today's topic, the Black Reptilian Connection. You see, my brothers and sisters, the whole alien agenda thing is going to be a way to introduce this society to a demonic realm, to an open demonic realm. And they will be disguised as aliens. It's really just a play on word because they are alien. They're not from where we're from, like we call Mexicans from across the border who cross over illegally, illegal aliens. Someone who's not from where you're from is an alien. And demons are indeed not from where we're from. But where I'm from, back in Detroit, a lot of strange things are going on with the black Illuminati elite. And a lot of those things do align with the primitive programming that you see in the Hollywood program movie RoboCop 2, in which Kwame Kilpatrick is actually portrayed. This is a movie that came out in 1990, and Kilpatrick was not elected until 2004, I believe. But in the movie, takes place around the time of Kwame's issues, okay, which is beyond coincidence. But this is showing you about these people in Hollywood and these people in secret societies behind politics and Hollywood, and how they commune with the spirits. And the spirits also, aside from planning things for them, the spirits give them glimpses into the future, as there is no time and space in the demonic realm as we know it. So when we get to talking about reptilians, there's a lot of talk about the reptilian agenda from David Icke and certain circles like that. And then you have other disinformation that's designed to take away from anything that we may have gained or learned from the reptilian agenda and from examining it from people like Alex Jones and Jesse Ventura. They are used to dispel the reptilian thing as just a myth. Well, I'm here to tell you, brothers and sisters, a better way of looking at that. One thing is this. We know that the secret societies get some of their rituals, especially their higher level rituals. The 33rd degree ritual is designed by Aleister Crowley. So we have to look at some of the things that Crowley said and make some intelligent inferences based on that. Now, Crowley said that he was visited by Aiwass. We know that. But he also said in his writings he was visited by Horus. He had an experience in Egypt through his wife where Horus contacted him, and then he later on did a ritual to manifest Horus. And Horus, which is a kind of a play of Aiwass, Horus said that he was the serpent, which is where you get that famous quote everybody's aware of. I am the serpent that giveth knowledge and wisdom, and my prophet should take strong drink and things of that nature, drugs. And of course Crowley did. But we say all that to say is Aleister Crowley said that this was a snake demon that he communicated with. It gave him the book of the law, from which we get the satanic golden rule, do as thou wilt, like y'all saw emblazoned across Jay-Z's hoodie, that famous black hoodie interview, black shades, black hoodie, do as thou wilt on the chest. That's Aleister Crowley's mantra. That's Aleister Crowley's main saying. The satanic golden rule, the basis for the book of the law, which was translated to Crowley by this reptilian being. So we have reptilians in Crowleyism, and we also have reptilians in African spiritualism, going back to the Dogon tribe in Mali, and also ancient Egypt. Lots of depictions on the walls and in the hieroglyphs of ancient Egyptians with snake beings, fully humanoid-sized beings, but with the body shape and structure of a snake and the head and neck of a snake. And Of course, we've all seen this throughout pop culture in TV programs such as ABC Disney's V. I remember when I was a young guy, the first V, where, when they peeled off the outer layer, the fake layer of human costume skin, beneath them was this snake being. Also, an old program that was also remade into a movie, Land of the Lost. In Land of the Lost, you had the Sleazaks. The Sleazaks were the reptilian people that were enslaving the humanoid people. So you have this reptilians and enslavement theme going down throughout time. But the best example that we know of does indeed come from Genesis 3, where it begins. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field whom the Lord had made. So this was a beast of the field, a variety of animal that God had made. And these beings are real. But however, their reality is part of the secret that secret societies keep. And black secret societies are key. Looking at two major black centers for all things black and black pop culture. You have Detroit, the old school one, that's now being destroyed in order to be reborn or rebirthed, brought back in as a new Detroit, like in the RoboCop films, like in the term Renaissance City, Renaissance meaning rebirth. You have the old one, Detroit, which is being destroyed in a media ritual that may even culminate in an actual event, God forbid, because that's where I was born and raised and have a lot of loved ones. If you take the back of the $5 bill as any example, that and the movie Vanishing on 7th Street, that may indeed be the end game to this death ritual that you see going on with the old Black Masonic Center, Detroit. The new Black Masonic Center is Atlanta, and it has been building to be that for some years. I remember when I first made my voyage or pilgrimage down to Atlanta, a lot of folks from Detroit got people down south and would always make journeys back and forth down south, but it was a big Detroit migration around 95 or so, coming down to Atlanta. But it has to do with a Masonic thing that's going on here too. Any place where you see streets and highways and cities and monuments based off of the so-called civil rights era heroes that the Illuminati government would not want to promote. Anytime you see them having freeways and big streets named after that, it's beyond just to try to appease the black population. It is part of the fact that Dr. King was a well-intended Boule member, as was Abernathy, and a lot of the other black heroes, including Malcolm X, okay, and Elijah Muhammad, who started Mosque No. 1 in Detroit, Michigan. So what we have to do, is instead of villainizing these brothers who are good, is we have to understand what is the Masonic great work, what are they trying to put together, and how they used good men like Dr. King, like Abernathy, like Malcolm. And they use these men in order to try to play a chessboard game. Okay, keep us checker-minded while they play in a chessboard game. So we're going to wrap up this part and move into the next part, which is going to explain a little bit more about the chessboard game and the black and white dynamic, how both the black population is being misled by their Masonic leaders to be under a certain impression, whether the leaders are well-intended or not. When you're under a system that's run by demons, you will fall under dominion of those demons, whether you mean to or not, because you must fall in line with the system. It's a pyramid structure. But the black side and the white side are both being played against the middle. And for so long now, the white Illuminati has had the ball. Now that white face has gotten hot, so to speak. Everybody all around the world knows certain moves that side always makes. Well, now they've allowed for the boule to carry the ball. The Illuminati's in blackface. One reason for Obama. You know, I hate to tell you, but, you know, he's no friend to black people and no friend to any people. His agenda is to kill, steal, and destroy, and he's being used by the enemy in a mighty way, and he fooled us. Those who are looking for a savior and a messiah, the most and the worst, the downtrodden black people in the ghettos of America, and he fooled us in a most despicable way. And we're going to get more into that as well, but he is indeed a large part of the reptilian agenda, which is, by and large, going to be completed, this last leg, by the black Illuminati. That's why you're seeing Beyonce and Jay-Z and them representing so hard, because now it's our turn, so to speak, to take the ball and play out this last and final quarter. As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the last days. And in the days of Noah, there was a black king of Babylon, and there's a black king of New Babylon today. This is Unplugem, and we're going to hit you again with a part 2 to this, the black reptilian connection, reptilians and racism, the Illuminati and blackface. Shalom.